Welcome back. It is time for game number 2. But first, here's a look at how game number 1 ended. With a stunning, dominant performance from Team Gut Corki, they took control of this game early and didn't let go.
I thought you were going to say it was a stunning, dominant replay package.
That's
what a
also
stunning
true.
replay packages.
I'm very proud of my replay packages.
Very well done. Especially, he's doing this while casting, guys. Like, I don't know what is he. Is it just like two people? Are we watching the Prestige here with TJ? He just like he's got a twin doing it or a clone.
I should hope so. Although I did just not move quick enough to prime your camera, so now you're loading in. It takes a second. My name's TJ. That is Daniel D2 Akuda joining me as we do head towards game number 2. Would you agree with me about game number 1 being dominant?
Yeah, it's about as dominant as you're going to see between these two teams, I would say, right? It's not like tribe level dominant, but that was a very impressive performance from TGC. You can't really ask for much more than that.
What do you think needs to change? Let's put it that way.
Well, I think that Shogunate has already done a really good thing in banning out Alistair because that was a huge deal in their loss. That does mean that Beg gets to be on Braum here. So, the two beefy supports, one of them goes away, TGC picks up the other one, and we see a Lulu for the first time in a long time. I'm actually in support of this. Typically you see like a Janna or something like weird picked up. We saw Soraka yesterday. I like going back to the roots of Lulu. Lulu isn't nearly as bad as people seem to think she is. She's definitely still strong, even though she's not like overpowered like she once was.
I still feel very strongly about the Lulu, but I do think you need to pair it with a very strong carry just in terms of damage stats. And to me, that's like... Camille Draven? Sorry, not Camille. Jinx Draven. One of those two, maybe. Camille was in my head because she's heading towards the top side again. Seen Gut Corki draft it. Braum for beginnings. Akali in the mid lane. And we will see a Kaiser Braum bot lane. Jarvan to take the jungle.
I think more important, in my opinion, than having a strong. I mean, obviously you need a strong carry, but I think my opinion, more importantly, is to have like a very nice engage, something like a Shyvana or in this case a Wukong. I think that combination is extremely potent. When you go in, you go for the Cyclone with Wukong, you pop the Wild Growth on him, and you get the second knock up, and he's just this massive monkey. And all of a sudden, the other team just it's game over. You just go back to base. Like how do you deal with a big monkey, TJ?
I played Overwatch. Sleep Dark.
Wait, what's the name of the sleep dart lady again? I forgot her name.
Ana.
Ana, right?
I got you.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I played Overwatch.
You play with me sometime.
Anyway.
In the meantime, okay, here's something I'm gonna flag. We've got the Jarvan again. This time, though, there isn't the easy follow-up that there was during game number 1. There isn't the Ziggs on the same team that can follow up immediately. You're kind of relying on more abstract damage from Akali, from Camille, and that's going to mean that this Jarvan, once we get out of early game, is going to be a little less effective for Team Gut Corki.
Yeah, certainly a sign of or a signaling that maybe they're maybe in trouble in this game. I do actually like Shogunate's draft a little more this game. I think it's very nice what they did here. Obviously, it's not a bad draft here from TGC, but I think that Shogunate have put together something very strong.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. My instant focus here is going to be on the way that these teams play around their jungler during the first, I'm going to say, 5 minutes. And if we get past that first 5 minutes and Krampus hasn't achieved very much, then I start to worry that this Jarvan isn't going to be terribly impactful this game. I think the first dragon fight is going to be really important.
Yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily expect any sort of gank opportunities for either side. But I just really love the setup here with the Wukong and the Lulu. Maybe I'm just like old school like that and going back to a meta that was, maybe 2 or 3 months old. But, I just really like the Wild Growth Cyclone combo.
We do have that. And you also have the Xayah, who can kind of keep themselves safe in a way that matters a ton here.
Yeah, once you jump in, I mean, maybe, I mean, I was thinking like perhaps you pop the ult from the Xayah. Maybe you want to keep it in handy so that you can make yourself safe in case something happens. But that would be like the what's it called, the Feather Storm, whatever. It could be very strong in that situation.
Well, I don't think you want to wild growth the Xayah because the Xayah doesn't get a whole lot for it. Right?
No. I mean, I'm saying like the Wukong jumps in, and then you put the wild growth on Wukong, and then the Feather Storm comes in from the Xayah, and then everyone's dead, and you feel good because you're a murderer.
We're on the same page, yeah. Oftentimes you have to save that Feather Storm to be a defensive ability, so people forget just how useful it is if you want to ruin an entire team fight.
Yeah, and the other thing that people forget is that it's not just the initial damage, that you throw out like 5 feathers, and then you can immediately just use your 3 to pop them back and root everyone. So that can be very powerful as well.
We did see early presence here from Krampus, what I was asking for. Krampus doesn't get a whole lot done with it. They did force a back out of Soloist. Kinda? Soloist is back, baby! They just
he physically
moved
moved back.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'll be back in a second. Not actually back to the base. We're actually, one thing I do want to talk about as well is Akali kind of remerging the mid. I know like everyone thinks of Akali primarily as a mid champion, but she's been mostly in the Baron lane as of the last few weeks. So seeing her kind of re-emerge as a mid laner is pretty interesting to see here.
There we go. Jungle gank on the bottom side. Beginning's in trouble.
Oh,
flash dive, Cyclone, Feather Storm, but here comes Krampus. Cataclysm forces out the flash from Maumi, who will survive. Krampus gets him low, though, and here comes the flank. Sly in for the kill onto Maumi. 1 for 2 so far in the trading. Can they get more? Sly now faces 9 as well and gets chunked very low. Mega Inferno Bomb nearly finds the kill.
Yeah, so they get the kill on Maumi, but that was very, very well done there from the side of Shogunate. Getting those 2 kills. That's exactly what I want to do. Get in there, get the pop off on the Cyclone. And Joey, like I was mentioning before, immediately pops the ultimate, no hesitation at all. Gets the root afterward as well to secure the 2nd kill there. And like we've mentioned multiple times before, TJ, Jarvan, it feels good when you have a team behind you, but when you jump in by yourself, you're not going to get much done. That's why Sly was needed to come in and pick up the kill on Maumi.
Yeah, and that's a little different during the early game. Get a little bit more damage out of your Jarvan, but not enough.
By the way, TJ, we're getting the ball rolling on Sly. Sly has been kind of like a meme in a good way in the Trovo chat, where there's a lot of Sly fans, and they typically write, Chuck Norris style jokes about him, where he's just like, Sly can do no wrong. He's basically like the perfect human. And so Sly getting rolling here is very good for the meme game.
Keep my eye on it as Sly goes in for another fight. This one started by good Hextech Ultimatum. They're knocked behind the turret. Oh, could recast for the kill. They don't need to. Krampus finds it. And one pick goes right back over in the mid lane. Our action may not be over as the entirety of Shogunate do show up to argue the point. And it does appear they forced some backs, so Shogunate may get this Drake.
Not if Beg has anything to say about it.
Krampus.
If this is a TJ brawl, then he's gonna just kill everyone right here.
Yeah, I don't think they feel comfortable here. Beginnings over the wall. Krampus in. Gets the steal! Right behind the Cataclysm, but the Mega Inferno Bomb will land, and that's a lot of low HP. Instantly, Zenith with the Cyclone will turn this fight. Shogunate lose the Drake, but win the team fight immediately afterwards.
And the Feather Storm by Joey at the very end there to pick off that last kill there onto Sly. And that is a big deal. When you kill Sly, you basically just win the team fight, TJ. You win the game, essentially, because he is...
Here's Zello
Trovo chat.
in the front lines as Zenith and 9 back away. You'll have a Glacial Fissure to slow things down. Joey is just gone. An answer right back over in the mid lane as this is a bloody one.
Yeah, I'm liking the bloody nature of this game. I like that both teams are taking advantage of the short death timers to come back in. You see both teams kind of getting greedy with the kills that they've gotten or the objectives that they've gotten, trying to push in on turrets, and the other team saying, no, we're back. These death timers are still short. You can't just take turrets away from us. You're gonna have to back off good certs. And you see TGC coming right back and getting kills in their favor, and that means that the gold is very, very close.
Yeah, we do position here for a Rift Herald fight. Sly and Krampus. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Almost denied by the explosive cast, but they'll find the kill. And 9 grabs one of the mid lanes as well, striking 2 blows back for Team Gut Corki.
Yeah, I wonder why 9 was so far forward there. Perhaps just trying to take advantage of the fact that the Red Herald was being taken. But doesn't feel good when you're that far forward and get caught in a Hextech ultimatum as a Ziggs. You're like, I can't really get out of this one too easily.
All right, we're doing it. We're taking a swing. Here's the replay. This was
they're able to steal this out.
the major team fight that happened earlier. As that steal comes through, you just see all the layered CC.
Yeah, I mean, I love the deadpan analysis. You see the CC here in this situation.
Sorry, I was a little distracted because there was like a big skirmish happening around a blue buff randomly in game, and I was like, "This is gonna lead into anything." Krampus did die trying to get a blue buff, so Shogunate do find an advantage. He was trying to invade and steal this blue buff.
Here we see the Predators over from TGC getting CC onto the opponents.
Yeah. You know what? You can talk over the replays from now on. I'm just going to hit the replay button, and it's down to you.
You know what? As much as it's a curse where you go to replay and there's always something happening during it, maybe it's a tool that we can use, right? Because if we go to replay, we can kind of force action to happen. We have that kind of power. Right? It's like nothing's happening in the game, very boring. Like, let's go to replay. Nice, we got the action. It was a debate. We're getting right back into the game.
This is like the caster, the replay curse. We're expanding the lore a bit. I like it.
For sure.
So, turret did fall down bottom. Your overall gold is still pretty dead even. Team Gut Corki actually with a very minor gold lead, but that's just because they've been a little more efficient about cleaning up jungle camps, been very aggressive about stealing away jungle camps. Shogunate winning the fights thus far.
What's happening?
Brawl does a little bit too much damage. Beginnings waited a long time so that his team could be there. That was so good. He holds the final tick of Braum's stun so that his team can be there to complete the kill.
You're very well done there by Beg. Just complete understanding of how to work with the Braum there. You don't kill people by yourself, you kill people with your team. That's how support works. And yeah, holding that final tick, extremely useful there for his team to come in and pick up that kill. And here comes Sheldon.
Rift Herald spawns in the mid lane. As a Drake does expose itself down bottom. Instantly blown down by Team Gut Corki. They will find Zenith as well. Mega for a bomb is too late. Malmi with the flash away. Will stay ahead of the Cataclysm. Joey, 1 HP. Double kill for Shoju from the back of the fight. Doing so much consistent soak from this Kai'Sa. Sly did fall in trade, but it's 2 for 1. Favoring Team Gut Corki as Shogunate are forced back again.
Yeah, disjointed team fight there from Shogun. I'm not really sure why they were trying to jump in that fight when not the entire team was there. They did get the quote unquote wombo combo off, but no real follow up, so it doesn't turn into a combo at all. Obviously, getting the Cyclone and the Wild Growth there, but they need the rest of their team to follow up. TJ, the knock up, the damage is not sufficient by itself. They need to follow up there.
Yeah, and that did feel like a bit of a disaster, to put it bluntly. Shogunate get everything they need, and now they've got a significant gold lead for the first time this game.
Yeah, 3k gold is nothing to sneeze at for sure. It's going to mean that we're going to see lots of damage coming up from this Kai'Sa, and even this Jarvan has 8.5k gold. The Cleaver coming in perhaps hot on the opposing team. See how that works out. Jarvan for once is doing some damage here.
Yeah, and as this gets later, that damage is going to fall off a little bit. But this is the kind of mid-game where Jarvan is living their best life. Beginnings?
Go away. Solos just not go away.
Oh, this is a stun
really?
cycle. Beginnings get the second stun. They're locked down underneath the turret. Beginnings, you are so good.
I didn't I was surprised that they actually went for that, but you know the rotations came through. Beg's like, I'm a big beefy boy, I can tank this entire turret, and goodbye Soloist. I'm pretty sure Soloist was not expecting there to be a jump on him, but you know that's what happens. Another jump here. Zello
Yeah,
owning that bottom lane as well.
The Hextech ultimatum completely protects Zello from the Mega Inferno bomb, even though that may feel a little weird. That is how that works.
Yeah, it's oh, there's actually a ward here.
Yeah.
But they don't care, as it seems.
Now 2 wards. Will they be forced off? Zenith for the steal. He gets sick!
Red!
Zenith gets the steal! Shogunate yank away the Baron. Now, can they do anything with it? Joey on the kite. Feather Storm will not allow Joey to escape. They go down to Zello. Zenith charges the front line. Can't find the damage. Soloist, big explosive cask, splits the fight. Zenith gets the turn. 2 kills, 3 kills for Zenith in the front lines of this fight. They will push back the entirety of Team Gut Corki as Shogunate steal the Baron and get away with murder.
After a solid 5 straight minutes of TGC kind of owning this game and putting the hurt onto Shogunate in one fell swoop, the Baron steal, and then the cunning way that they fought that last fight, just backing off and kind of baiting the other team into the jungle and immediately getting that. Oh my goodness, this fight around the turret.
Beginnings trying to stall things out. They know if they don't find a kill here, this game could be over. They needed to stop that turret from falling, and Team Gut Corki are not able to do it. Shogunate have cracked the inhibitors. Oh, Team Gut Corki will chase though. They don't want to give up this Drake that's spawning, so they get very aggressive down the mid lane and do find a kill onto 9.
Yeah, and Lulu was over on the side, just kind of split pushing. I'm not sure it was a bad decision, particularly because they got the inhibitor anyway, and she was able to get that bottom turret, which is kind of a big deal as far as this Drake is concerned. But not being there with the fight potentially led to 9 dying, and this game just potentially seesaws back in the other direction.
Here you go. Oh. Dragon taken. Team Gut Corki will have super minions to deal with in the mid lane, but they also have 3 Drakes to their name. That puts a game-ending win condition on the board. If they can get this Elder, game's over, they win.
Yeah, remains to be seen if they can take it. I'm looking at the gold splits here between the 2 teams. Actually, the most gold in the game is on this Camille, so potentially she'll be able to, you know, handle herself in a solo and potentially go 1v2. This was insane. The wild growth and the cyclone coming in here from Zenith at the last one. The wombo combo being the difference maker, able to pick up that Baron. And then the retreat into their own jungle. They look like they're even in trouble in this situation, but then turn into this bush. Amazing ult there from the Gragas to set things up. And then, you know, Bag and Slide just weren't in the picture as everyone went into the bush, into the death butts, TJ.
Yeah. Lovely little Mega Inferno bomb to close things out as well. Really, one of the sickest turns I've seen in a video game, like, ever. Like, that steal to save the game. You know, put that up on a wall. That's one of the best clips I've ever seen anyone hit in Wild Rift.
Yeah, extremely well done there. It does come down to the smite battle in the end, though. So I'm gonna look at Krampus for that one. Oh, hello.
Zenith.
All right,
Maybe
Zenith should be
trouble
fine.
here. You do have a TP from the bot lane in. That was Camille. Zello joining the fight. 13 seconds left on this Baron, and Team Gut Corki don't want to give it over.
Yeah, I mean, you see why Zello just jumped into the fight so quickly. He has the most gold in the game, 13.5k. So he can't. You could argue maybe he's better off split pushing, but if they're gonna take any sort of team fight, he has to be there because they need his gold presence in that fight. Oh!
Cataclysm starts us off, good combo, but Team Gut Corki can't close these kills. Shoju in the backlines goes down. Shogunate hold the front, and now they'll find the turn. Zenith able to save their fight for a moment, stalling out the pressure, but they're not able to re-aggress. So, overall, a victory for Team Gut Corki. They do find Soloist, they do find Zenith. That means there's no jungle on the board to contest this Baron fight, but I don't think they have the HP bars on Team Gut Corki to actually take the Baron. Instead, Maomi walks around the corner, offering himself to the double assassins. You just had to wait. They had vision. There was no need to do that at all. But 9 with the poke over the wall will scare people off of the Baron. There's no way they can do this now. Krampus cannot solo it. The Baron manages to find one. The Mega Inferno Bomb will shut down the take. Krampus is thoroughly dissuaded. Net gain, nobody out ahead. Gold remains a narrow advantage for Team Gut Corki.
That was a win in my book here for Shogunate. That was okay. What 9 did was what they should have done from the beginning. I do not know why Joey and Maomi were trying to come around the side when the Baron was still at 60% health. It wasn't even close to getting burned down yet. They had War Dead Vision in the area. I was about to say they don't have the front lines, to be able to directly contest it, but they have the poke damage remaining, right? Because both Zenith and Solos had already fallen down, so they had the poke damage to dissuade TGC from being on the Baron. They just come around the side and die though, and then finally 9 does the right thing and just pokes from the back and gets 2 kills, 2 kills and a GA POC out of it. So I don't even know what's happening anymore. But both teams kind of making a couple of blunders here, and here we are, I guess, the back of the Elder Drake and potentially the game-ending Elder Drake, like you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, game-ending Elder Drake. Everything on the line.
Hello, Big.
Dive in. Krampus finds so many in the Cataclysm. This is everything Team Gut Corki want, but the Featherstorm slows down the fight. Zenith diving the backlines. Isolates Sly. Quadra kill picked up by Shoju. It does not matter. Team Gut Corki finds their combo. They will win the final team fight.
Is it the final team fight though? Actually, like the death timers are extremely long. They're 30 seconds. I do like this move from TGC. They can't really just end the game right here and there. The minion waves were not in their favor. They're all pushed into their side of the map, so they couldn't necessarily end the game despite these death timers being super long. And so I do like this. They're going for the safe play. They have the Elder Dragon. They have all 4 dragons, TJ. And it just took a team wipe to set that up. The best way to take the Elder Dragon is to kill the entire opposing team.
These timers were so long, but they couldn't end the game during it.
Yeah, I mean, this is game over though. Like, if you're not sure you can end the game, even with the massive death timers, it's like, okay, we got the Elder Drake. We have all 4 Drakes, including the Elder. We have the Baron. This was just beautifully done. Very good positioning here on the side of TGC. They knew that their opponents knew that the game is over if they take the Elder. So they hid in that bush. They got the best engage they could possibly hope for with the ult coming out there from Beg, combined with all the damage coming in, the Cataclysm as well. And, the Wombo combo on the opposing side just couldn't keep up, especially when it's coming second, when they get engaged upon, and that was just lights out.
And that should be the game.
Probably. 10k gold lead with Baron pushing and 4 Drakes. I think this should be it. Shogun's going to try to hold strong, though. Oh, Soloist, you're so low. Oh, boy.
Team Gut Corki pushed to their limit here in game number 2. Shogunate putting on a hell of a show. But as the inhibitor turrets fall, Baron in hand, Elder in hand, double buffed, this should be impossible. Zenith goes in with the wild growth, trying to turn this fight. Huge damage from the back lines, but Joey's already gone. Shoju picks up a triple, and that will be game number 2 and the series over to Team Gut Corki.
Revenge granted here for TGC. What a beautiful game that was, so incredibly back and forth. We saw some blunders, we saw some incredible plays at the same time, but we talk about it a lot, TJ. In the end, if a Kaisa gets farmed up, that can for sure be the game. Look at that 20k gold, had the GA as well, just in case someone jumped on her. And yeah, I think in the end, that was what made the difference. You got